Hey everyone, this is Josh Person, and I want to tell you the story about the book Irresistible. As many of you know, I've been studying management practices and human resources for about 25 years. And during that period of time, I've met with and talked with hundreds and hundreds of companies about dozens and dozens of management practices, how we hire, how we pay people, how we manage people, how we develop careers, job architectures, various models for performance management. And what occurred to me over all of those years and all of those industry studies and reports and various research projects we did is that many of the management practices companies were using were kind of out of date. They were based on legacy ideas that were invented in the days of the industrial economy when we had management and labor, and management told labor what to do. And we didn't really empower people, and we didn't move people around, and we didn't give them that much opportunity to innovate because our companies were designed for industrial scale. And as you all know, today, every company is in the IP business. Every company is innovating. Every company is digital. Every company is merging into a new industry or a new technology or a new domain of business. And we have to move faster and engage people in a much more creative way. And as many of you know, the labor market is very competitive. The job market is difficult, and losing people or failure to hire great people is an enormous business challenge. So I started digging into this. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I started to look at Glassdoor data. And I looked at thousands and thousands of companies to try to figure out what was going on. And what I found is that the Glassdoor database is essentially a bell curve. And in every industry, in every geography, in every segment of the economy, there are companies that are really good at managing their people, and there are companies that are just terrible at it. And about 10 or 15% of them are really good, and the rest of them are somewhere down at the lower part of the curve. And those companies on the right are exceptionally well-run companies. They make more money, they have greater employee engagement, they have better products and services, they're leaders in their industry all the time, and they endure over many business cycles. They aren't just great for a while, they're great for a long time. And so what I basically concluded is that these are very special places and they do very special things. And I decided to call them irresistible companies because they're irresistible to employees, they're irresistible to customers, and they're irresistible, of course, to investors. And I dug into what they do. And I looked at these hundreds and hundreds of management practices that I'd been studying in HR and thousands of interviews and meetings I'd been having with companies, and I grouped them into the 7 secrets. And the 7 secrets, as you'll read about in the book, are somewhat simple, but also very profound and complex in their own way. And so the way the book works is in each of the 7 areas of becoming irresistible, you'll find all sorts of examples and models and frameworks and case studies and tips on how to apply these 7 ideas to your company, your team, or your personal career as an individual contributor or as a leader or as an HR person. And that's what this book is all about. But it isn't just a book, it's really a project and it's a journey. And as soon as I finished the book, I realized it's never going to end. And so in addition to reading the book and sharing the book with your team, which I highly recommend you do, and talking about the principles in the book, you're going to see more on this topic as we continue to produce podcasts and case studies and examples of what we call irresistible in action. And let me leave you with one final point. One of the most important things I've learned about business through my 25 years as an analyst in HR is what I call the unquenchable power of the human spirit. In other words, if you put people into the right situation at work and give them the right reward system and the right information and the right guidance and training and skills, they will do amazing things for your company. And so the secret to a great company isn't just being a great boss or having a great strategy. It's unleashing this spirit of innovation and growth and execution and teamwork of your people. And that sounds kind of wishy-washy and HR gibberish, but there's a very strategic way to do it. And these irresistible companies are doing it year after year after year. So I want you to be inspired by this book. Not only is it a great book to learn and think about how to do management and HR a little bit differently, but it'll give you a whole new philosophy of leadership that I believe will make your company and your team and your organization thrive into the future. Thank you.